Do you remember this video? Ban on camouflage clothing or army uniform. I know you might have seen videos on the internet where an army officer is beating up someone wearing an army uniform. That's because it's an offense. Nigeria has a unique law that makes it illegal for civilians to wear the army uniform. According to Section 22 of the Nigerian Armed Forces Act, it's illegal to wear the uniform. No tribe belongs as an army officer. And that camouflage you think of buying this new year, no try them. Well, we got a handful of comments after posting the video. Also, we got feedbacks directly from persons suggesting we expand the discussion further. In Nigeria, it is common to see citizens being manhandled by soldiers for flaunting the ban against camouflage wear. The ban on camouflage wear is strictly enforced with the defaulter's fundamental rights being breached unapologetically. But why the government placed a strict ban on camouflage wear? How far can officers of Nigerian forces go in enforcing the ban? You are about to find out. Hi and welcome back to Legal Essentials, where we enlighten you on matters arising from the perspective of the law. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. Please do well to hit the like button and also subscribe for more content about the law. Today we'll be exploring the ban on camouflage wear in Nigeria and the implication it has for our citizens. Why is camouflage wear important in the military? Military camouflage is an act of military deception to deceive the enemy as to presence and position. This video seeks to address how offenders should be punished, especially because of what we just saw in that video, but we are coming to that in a bit. This discussion will expose you all to the reason for the ban of camouflage, the legal backing and implication thereof, and the general advice to the public. Due to the present security situation in the country, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, Dr. Bello Muhammadu Matawale, has reaffirmed the ban on unauthorized use of military camouflage, saying that it was only the armed forces and the Nigeria Police Force, while on joint operation with the military, are allowed by law to use the military camouflage. The minister's call is as a result of criminals disguising themselves as military and paramilitary personnel to cause havoc in the society. According to him, on the 14th of February 2024, criminals amongst us have had to take advantage of the military, police and other security agencies geared to perpetrate crime. The minister emphasized that there was the need to streamline the personnel that are authorized to use the military camouflage. He said government ban on other paramilitary agencies from the use of military camouflage was to bring sanity to the system and also a way of checkmating criminal activities. He pointed out the importance of this caution, saying that the measure is aimed to checkmating crime rates in Nigeria, adding that if we identify those that are authorized to use the camouflage, we can quickly differentiate them from criminals that intend to confuse us, he said. Dr. Matawale said that henceforth, extant law guiding the use of camouflage uniform in Nigeria should strictly be enforced. Section 110, subsection 1 of the Criminal Code Act states that, I quote, any person who not being a person serving in any of the armed forces of Nigeria wears the uniform or any part of the uniform of such force or any dress having the appearance or bearing any of the regimental or other distinctive mark of such uniform, or not being a person holding any office or authority under the government of Nigeria or of any part thereof, wears any uniform of distinctive mark or carries any token calculated to convey the impression that such person holds an office or authority under the government, is guilty of an offense and is liable to imprisonment for 1 month or to a fine of 10 naira, unless he provides that he had the permission of the president or of the governor of the state to wear such uniform or dress, badge or mark, or to carry such token, provided that this section of this code shall not apply to the wearing of any uniform or dress in the course of a stage play or in any bona fide public entertainment. Also, Section 251 of the Criminal Code Act states that, I quote, any person who not being a person serving in any of the armed force or police forces of Nigeria wears the uniform of any of these forces or any dressing having the appearance or bearing any of the regimental or other distinctive mark of any such uniform in such manner or in such circumstances as to be likely to bring contempt on that uniform, or employs any other person so to wear such uniform or dress, is guilty of a simple offense and is liable to imprisonment for 3 months or to a fine of 40 naira. Some are of the view that fashion camouflage is not the regular camouflage wears and should thereof not be under the ban. But I want to ask, is there anything like fashionable camouflage? If so, what do they look like? Reason being that I've seen musicians and skit makers wear different prints of camouflage on set. Doesn't mean they are wrong or they have the permission to wear them. I would love to hear your opinion on the comment section, since there are a lot of controversies about fashionable camouflage and real camouflage. Meanwhile, here are all the prints of camouflage we have across the globe. To be on the safe side, stay away from wearing anything camouflage. But if along the line there is a law that officially permits the wearing of different prints of camouflage, aka fashionable camo, we will keep you updated. Moreover, on the 22nd of July 2024, the Director, Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, said the wearing of military camouflage was banned because of how terrorists and other imposters had often exploited the misuse of military camouflage. Nwachukwu said the Nigerian Army wishes to reiterate that the ban on the unauthorized use of military camouflage remains in full effect. Only personnel of the Armed Forces of Nigeria and the Nigerian Police Force are legally permitted to wear the military camouflage. In 2021, there was a trending video showing soldiers beating a civilian that wore desert camouflage. The Army spokesman clarified that the trending video showing a soldier molesting a civilian wearing a desert camouflage uniform was an old video. In the video, two soldiers were dragging and beating a young man in camouflage with a belt and a cane. Major General Onyema said the Nigerian Army has noted the recent circulation of an old video depicting a soldier molesting a civilian for wearing a Nigerian Army desert camouflage uniform. The unfortunate incident in question occurred in 2021, and the Nigerian Army took immediate and decisive action at the time. The soldier involved was arrested, tried and appropriately punished for his unacceptable behavior, which violated the core value of the Nigerian Army, particularly the respect for others and their fundamental rights. Though the Nigerian Army may arrest, try and appropriately punish their personnel for unacceptable behavior, it is advised that individuals desist from anything that may stir the personnel to act insanely. The Nigerian government introduced the ban on camouflage due to the rising cases of armed robbery, kidnapping and terrorism. By restricting the use of camouflage, the government aimed to 1. Prevent the impersonation of military personnel, 2. Reduce the risk of armed robbery and kidnapping, 3. Maintain national security and order. Now let's talk about the punishments for people caught with the uniform. Offenders are supposed to be charged to court with an option of 10 naira fine or 1 month imprisonment. Truth be told, 10 naira fine is a joke currently, and this should be revised immediately. The punishment for wearing camouflage can range from a fine to imprisonment as provided in section 110 subsection 2 of the Criminal Code Act, but the provision of punishments given above is not followed. Most times, the punishment for breaking the ban on camouflage is strict manhandling, which breaks the fundamental human rights enshrined in the Constitution. The guy we saw in the video broke the law, which is wrong, but how he was punished is unlawful. The dignity of his human person was abused properly. So what can you do to avoid running into trouble with the ban on camouflage? 1. Avoid camouflage clothing or accessories. 2. Proper penalties should be administered by way higher fines. Number 3. Cooperate with security personnel if stopped or questioned. Number 4. Military personnel should regularly sensitize to uphold the rule of law as regards human rights. The flaunting of the ban of camo should not be a crystal opportunity to dish out inhuman treatment to persons involved. Should you wear camouflage for any reason, make sure you have the consent of the president or governor. Or better still, the use of the camouflage is for entertainment purposes, but its use must not be in contempt. The ban on camouflage in Nigeria is a measure aimed at maintaining national security. While the treatment of offenders may seem harsh, it's essential to respect the law and avoid any actions that could be misinterpreted. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember the law is in place to protect us all. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like, share to friends, and subscribe to this channel for more videos about the law. I remain your host, Ekemnudo. Thank you so much for watching, and this is Legal Essentials.